Hello everyone, welcome Swampside at Toad Hall again. Out the back, in the pond, in the rushes, the beast and I are lurking and helping us, unlock the future really, is Ben McNeil, Senior Research Fellow, University of New South Wales, Climate Change Research Centre. Ben, the cities of the future, how will they look different to say what we find around us today, and how quickly will those changes happen?
Travelators, right?
Travelators?
Yep.
Yeah, standing on things moving along. Like an airport or everywhere.
Teleporters.
Yeah, okay. The cities of the future are going to be quite different because not only we have the pollution aspects of out of our car, we're fossil fuel, we're burning that, and that's going straight into the atmosphere and causing all sorts of stuff and health effects. So we want to sort of get rid of that from a dense city living because that's direct health effects aside from carbon pollution itself. So there's a lot of benefits to electrification, rail networks, public transport generally. But then you've got the buildings themselves, and they are definitely they'll be changing too. Not only how we design them in an energy efficient way, but also the materials. The cities of the future will have a lower carbon intensity material load as well, and those businesses and universities which develop those technologies for like recycled paving or all sorts of stuff, or recycled brick, they're going to benefit. And so you'll see quite an eclectic mix of new city design and new building standards.
Benefit not just from being low carbon, but also economically because it's cheaper.
Exactly, it's cheaper to run. So this is the thing: is that we typically think of buying something. Upfront costs are all what we tend to think of today, but actually. Upfront costs can actually be quite cheap in comparison to the running costs of something, whether it be cars or homes or
girlfriends. Am I right?
The thinking of the future is essentially, well, while we're charging more for pollution, it's an upfront cost. It's actually lowering the cost of our running costs because we're going to be designing the homes, more efficient cars, and that sort of thing.
How can you communicate that to people who just see the front cost? What's the best way of telling people? It
has to be labelling. In the future, the homes you buy, you'll have some sort of energy rating. They're starting to do that. It's not really widespread though. Right. Cars, the same sort of thing. That's obviously the labelling of the cars and how running costs. So running costs are a big deal now, and that's a big competitive factor that business is driving towards. And it's going to really be kick-started from this carbon pricing as well.
And of course now they have be able to build solar energy into the building itself in terms of, I think they've got a paint now that is solar.
That's a wonderful thing. I saw a solar panel roads in North America where there's so many roads out there, and obviously they're built to standard of, I don't know, that lorries can go on them, but pretty amazing stuff that's coming out. And this is where the optimism comes in. I have a very optimistic view of this and how technology and innovation is just a wonderful thing. And Australians we are the most innovative. Despite what we hear, our scientific output from a nationwide perspective is really high as a per capita. So we really stand to benefit from this.
Now, finally, you claim that the coal industry is doomed no matter what happens. I think it's fair to say.
I don't know about doomed. I guess it needs to adapt. Right. So if it can't find a low emission coal in the future, countries like Japan and South Korea and Taiwan who buy our coal now aren't going to.
And so, Ben, what happens when you turn up at the coal industry's front door with this powerful message?
Knock, knock, knock. It's all over, guys. Pack up. See you later.
Go green.
Yeah, it's funny. I haven't had many invites.
Right.
I don't really know why.
Right.
Seriously, I'm not here saying they're going to. It's the death of the coal industry. It's just like any industry, they have to adapt to. Any industry has to innovate, whether it's car making or.
But they haven't done much except dig. It's not as though they produced a car and they thought, we'll put 4 wheels on the, instead of 3, and it goes better, and put the engine in. Yeah,
that's one of the problems is that you're not finding much research and development into this particular space. That they're putting a lot of R&D and research into finding bigger spades to dig up stuff, but not thinking about who's going to buy that product in the end.
I was talking to some union people about this, and they say the coal industry's innovation comes in when they find ways to cut more jobs, basically by replacing jobs with machines built by people from overseas.
It's like we have to get to a crisis or near crisis to actually do something. It's like, do we really want to just get to the point to which the coal industry is essentially shedding thousands of jobs rather than transitioning over a longer period of time, so it's less of an impost? Yes, I think that's what we want to do, right? We don't want to get to a crisis I don't think. This is what this is about, to hopefully having a more prosperous, low carbon economy, which is also nearly leading the world in trying to combat climate change.
On that positive message, we leave you from the probe, leave you from the swamp, and thank Ben McNeil for coming in today and, spending some time down the deep end. See you next time when the Beast and I go probing.